Hey everybody, Sean here, and welcome to Revealing Truth. I gotta say that today's video is very suspicious. And this is the video Chris Reed has posted proclaiming this to be the most radical prophetic word. He's such a humble prophet, isn't he?
March 15, 2025, Chris Reed claims prophecy God would make his church smell like roses. Let me show you how he did it, but first the prophecy.
God alone. I just saw the rose of Sharon. The rose of Sharon. In the name of Jesus Christ, I'm going to snap my fingers and somebody's going to smell roses. As soon as is it you? You already smell them right there. I just smelled it come in the room, just right there. Listen, come on, just smell it. You're going to smell the fragrance of roses right now. Everybody that... In the name of Jesus Christ. How many of you smell it? Lift your hands. Lift your hands. Look at that. Look at that. You can't force that to happen.
Did we just see irrefutable proof that Chris Reed had a word of knowledge that God was going to make his church smell like roses? What was the black little thing that he picked up prior to this miraculous word of knowledge? What is the little black thing that he pushed right before prophesying his church would smell like roses? In slow motion, you can see him clicking a little black button. Chris Reed picks up a little black button before the prophecy. Seconds before claiming a smell of roses prophecy, he clicks the little black button in his church.
God alone. I just saw the rose of Sharon. The rose of Sharon. In the name of Jesus Christ, I'm going to snap my fingers and somebody's going to smell roses. As soon as is it you? You already smell them right there.
So seriously, what was going on there? Is it possible that he was triggering something to release the scent of roses in the vents? If so, then he's even a bigger fraud than we thought. Remember, even the guys at Remnant Radio caught him data mining info for fake prophecy, and he admitted it.
But there are other allegations that we are aware of that have come to us.
This will be news for the public
This
at
will
large.
be news for everyone. Nobody knows this. So you might have heard us online talk about knowing that someone has cheated prophetically. Allegations were brought to us from multiple sources. We actually did not investigate. We didn't go after them. To some extent, we started poking around eventually.
I investigated. I actually did investigate. It was after enough allegations came forward.
Right. So we had 2 or 3 at least that come to us. And investigate is a very loose term that I don't think we should be throwing around. When we say that Miller investigated, he called up people. He dug around a little bit. We didn't hire anyone. We don't have the tools or resources. We're not investigative journalists by any stretch of the imagination. But we did start verifying if these things were true. So we had logged a bunch of information suggesting that Chris Reed had mined information online in his prophetic words. So you can tell often not by what people are getting right, but what people are getting wrong. He gave a guy a prophetic word and kept saying over her, "Oh, what about this other woman? That's that lives with you. I think her name is this. Her name is this." And he's like, "No, that's not her name." Well, come to find out, if you Google this guy's name and you find him on white pages, there's another woman listed at that address. Well, then he keeps giving parts of the prophetic word about art. Well, this woman, if you Google her on Facebook, and does all this artwork. So it was evident that Chris was pulling information from online into his prophetic words. And it seems as though there were multiple allegations of this. Come to find out, we confronted Chris. We sat down with him and some mediators. There's other people outside of just Michael, and myself who were on that call. And we sat down and we asked Chris, not telling him what we knew, but asking, have you ever cheated? And he proceeded to give us basically I think every account. I don't think basically. I think he gave us
he did
every
not.
account we had. Do you know of an account?
He didn't bring forward all the information, but he did acknowledge that he had done some data mining. And he was deeply grieved about it, deeply embarrassed about it. And so we went through a process of, okay, what does this look like to make it right? The problem in this is that we didn't have any kind of ecclesiastical authority over him. We were informed that Rick Joyner knew about this data mining, that Chris had already confessed this even before taking the job at Morningstar.
So there's that. Chris Reed is not only a false prophet, but he's been disqualified from his pastoral position because of his affair. So if you are still allowing him to be your pastor, ask yourself why. Because the Bible, or should I say God, has said in his word that he's not someone you should be following. Anyhow, we're going to keep this simple for today, but leave your comments below, and until next time, take care and God bless.